The festival was over, the boys were planning for a fall. The cabaret was quiet, except for the drilling in the wall. The curfew had been lifted and the gambling wheel shut down. Anyone with any sense had already left town. He was standing in the doorway, looking like the Jack of Hearts. He strolled across the mirrored room, set it up for everyone to sit. Then they all commenced to do what they were doing before it turned their heads. He walked up to a stranger and he asked him with a grin, "You kinda tell me, friend, what time the show begins?" Then he moved into the corner, face down like the Jack of Hearts. Backstage the gals were playing 5-card stud by the stairs. Lily had 2 queens, she was hoping for a third to match her pair. Outside the streets were filling up, the window opened wide. A gentle breeze was blowing, you could feel it from inside. Lily called another bet and drew down the Jack of Hearts. Big Jim was no one's fool, he owned the town's only diamond mine. He made his usual entrance, looking so dandy and so fine. With a silver cane and bodyguard and every hair in place, he took whatever he wanted to, he laid it all to waste. But his silver cane and bodyguard were no match for the Jack of Hearts. Rosemary combed her hair and took a carriage into town. She came in through his side door, looking like a queen without a crown. She fluttered her false eyelashes and whispered in his ear, "Sorry, darling, that I'm late," but he didn't seem to hear. He was staring into space, over at the Jack of Hearts. I know I've seen that face before, Big Jim was thinking to himself. Maybe down in Mexico, or a picture up on somebody's shelf. Then the crowd began to stamp their feet and the house lights to dim. And in the darkness of the room there was only Jim and him, staring at the butterfly who just drew the Jack of Hearts. Lily was a princess, she was fair-skinned and precious as a child. She did whatever she had to do, she had a certain flash every time she smiled. She had come from a broken home and lots of strange affairs, with men in every walk of life who took her everywhere. But she never met anyone quite like the Jack of Hearts. The hanging judge came in unnoticed and was being wined and dined. The drilling in the wall kept up and no one seemed to pay it any mind. It was known all around that Lily had Jim's ring. Nothing would ever come between Lily and the king. No, nothing ever would, except maybe the Jack of Hearts. Rosemary started drinking hard and staring at a reflection in the night. She was tired of the attention, tired of playing the role of Big Jim's wife. She had done a lot of bad things, even once tried suicide. Was looking to do one good deed right before she died. She was gazing to the future, riding on the Jack of Hearts. The backstage manager was nervous, was pacing all around his chair. "There's something funny going on," he said, "I just feel it in the air." He went to get the hanging judge was drunk as a leading actor hurried by in a costume of a monk. There was no actor anywhere better than the Jack of Hearts. Lily washed her face, took her dress off and buried it away. As she look ran out, she laughed at him. Well, I guess you always knew it would someday. Be careful not to touch the wall, there's a brand new coat of paint. So glad to see you're still alive, you looking like a saint. Meanwhile, footsteps were coming down the hallway for the Jack of Hearts. Lily locked her arms around the man that she dearly loved to touch. She had forgotten all about the man who had hounded her so much. I missed you so, she said to him. He felt she was sincere. Meanwhile, beyond the doorway, he felt jealousy and fear. Just another night in the life of the Jack of Hearts. No one knows the circumstance, but they say they happened pretty quick. The dressing room door burst open, and a Colt revolver clicked. Big Jim was standing there, you couldn't say surprised. Rosemary right beside him, steady in her eyes. She was with Big Jim, but she was leaning to the Jack of Hearts. 3 doors down, the boys finally made it through the wall. They cleaned out the bank vault. It said that they made off with quite a haul. In the darkness by a riverbed, they waited on the ground for one more member who had business back in town. They could go no further, not without the Jack of Hearts. Next day was hanging day. The sky was overcast and black. Big Jim lay covered up, killed by a penknife in the back. Rosemary on the gallows, she didn't even blink. The hanged judge was sober, he hadn't had a drink. The only person on the scene missing was the Jack of Hearts. The cabaret is empty now, a sign said closed for repair. Lily had already washed all of the dye out of her hair. She was thinking about her father, who she very rarely saw. Thinking about Rosemary, thinking about the law. But most of all, she was thinking about the Jack of Hearts.